Hi, Mark. Well, he's not a new face at the state Republican Party since he's worked there for the past several years, but he is the youngest chairman, currently the youngest GOP state party chairman in the nation.
The old image of the Republican Party is old men, basically. And at least now we have a young man that can speak to young people moving into Seattle, working at Amazon, working at Microsoft.
At just 32 years old, Washington State's new Republican Party chairman Caleb Heimlich is hoping to make inroads with a millennial voting demographic that data shows typically favors the other party.
The party's going to be cutting into emerging technologies, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, email, texting. I think it's communicating with people how they communicate, and obviously a lot of that goes back to smartphones. But I think it's also important to be doing that face-to-face, in person, with happy hours and other get-togethers of, look, come meet the youngest Republican Party chairman in the nation.
Heimlich acknowledges he's taking the reins during what's expected to be a tough year for Republicans as Democrats target taking back the U.S. House and potentially the Senate.
It would be foolish not to worry. I think if you look at historic trends, the president's party generally loses an average of 30 seats in the next congressional election. So that's just a historical fact.
This past year has also seen a surge of Democratic activism on top of low national approval ratings of the president as he struggled to reach beyond his base.
The Republican voters of Washington State are ecstatic about the State of the Union, ecstatic about the direction of this country. They're very excited to see tax reform pass. I think Republicans are very united on the economic growth that we've seen.
But recent state polling indicates it's the Democrats who have the edge in Washington this year, particularly as King County suburbs trend more blue.
Resource allocation is always based on where you have the best chance of winning.
Heimlich sees room for growth in other parts of the state in counties that turned red for Trump in 2016. This is a map that both state parties will be studying carefully in the months to come. Some of Washington State's key races will be among the most competitive and closely watched in the country. And one of those races will include the race for retiring Republican Dave Reichert's seat, considered a top priority for Democrats this year. But even Congresswoman Cathy McMorris Rodgers' seat in eastern Washington was added to a Democratic target list. So big federal races that we'll be watching on top of what will also be a very busy year of state legislative races. As you know, Democrats currently hold both slim margins in the state House and Senate, and the new state Republican Party chairman says a big focus for him this year will be trying to win back balance in Olympia. Send it back to you.